I'm guessing that it's not a secret to a lot of people watching that many of us who have a serious exercise and fitness regime pursue that partly because of the mental health benefits that we believe and experience we're getting from it. There's a lot of people in gyms who are staving off depression or working through trauma by building up those positive chemical changes that go on when we're working hard and doing something that stresses our body in a good way, but also gives us some kind of physical and emotional pleasure. Not surprisingly, these kinds of positive benefits from exercise are something that we often recommend to others, which is all great. But there's a difference even within fitness enthusiasts between the people who get the majority or 100% of their emotional and psychological relief from exercise, and those of us who pursue exercise as one aspect of our mental health, but it isn't the only one. So for example, there are people out there, and they're being completely serious, most of them, who will tell you that as long as you're exercising, maybe getting some sunshine in the morning, like I am right now, maybe getting in an ice bath every now and then, which has been shown to raise dopamine levels, that you're doing everything you need. And where they go with that is, see, you won't even need medication once you do this. Change your diet, change your stress level in life, work out, and all of the other stuff will go away. Then there's those of us who need something more. And I accidentally spilled a few of my antidepressants down the sink in my bathroom a few days ago. So I cut my dose by a third. I went from 1.5 pills to 1 because I was like, well, I want to make sure that I get to the end of the month by the time my next renewal comes up with enough on hand. After a few days of this reduced dosage, it struck me that I had been struggling to feel positive, struggling to stay motivated, struggling to feel pleasure for most of those days that I had cut my dose. So I raised my dose back up. Lo and behold, that subtle little change did me a lot of good, and I'm in a much better place the last couple of days. I didn't stop exercising. I didn't stop working on other things that give me pleasure or satisfaction. I talked to friends. I got out in the world. And most of that whole time, I wasn't feeling connected, and I was just this far from really feeling bad. It was rough. So I'm doing all the stuff that one can and should do for one's mental health. And hey, when I take time off of the gym, I don't necessarily feel as blue, but I miss it. It's clearly doing me some kind of good. But the message I want to give people who are watching this is, I think it's fine for those of us in the fitness profession to try to sell you on this idea of the mental health benefits of exercise. There's nothing wrong with that. But none of us should be selling it as a complete solution for everyone. It isn't, not for all of us. I know that analogies to other issues are imperfect and sometimes imply the wrong things, but I follow people online who are using fitness to cope with the symptoms of cerebral palsy that they were born with. And at least one of those people is doing remarkable things that he never expected, and that people are like, wow, that's really impressive. But I would never tell someone else with cerebral palsy that all they need to do is be like him, because even though conditions have the same name in the medical literature, doesn't mean everyone is impacted to the same degree or even in the same ways. If you pursue exercise and fitness for the mental health benefits, but those mental health benefits are not 100% of what you need to keep doing, please don't beat yourself up about that. The benefit you're getting is probably still very real, but use every tool that you need to feel better in your life. That's what it's about.